Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Rita Egidio. Welcome, Dream Warriors podcast. I'm super excited to be here with Maggie. How are you doing? Welcome to this Friday for me, morning for you, afternoon. Please, my dear guest, take the microphone and tell us who you are, what you do, and where you're based.
Thank you, Rita, for having me. It is a blast to be here. My name is Maggie Biernacka. I'm originally from Poland, but I'm truly international. As you know, I've been living and working abroad for many, many years. I'm coming basically from corporate, from international corporate world. I am seasoned marketer with a bit of sales experience as well. So I was running marketing for 15, 16 markets, in Europe, in the Middle East, and for some time in Russia as well. However, 10 years, a little bit more than 10 years ago, this beautiful and amazing life as it was, traveling the world and seeing all these amazing people and teams became a little bit tough for my body, especially. I started to lose consciousness, all of a sudden I was fainting like on my steps to the plane. So there was like no physical symptoms. So nobody knew really what was happening with me. But obviously I was burned out. I mean, now after 10 years, after all that, I know that I was burned out. So I decided to change my life completely. That was a revolution because people in my family, people in the corporate didn't understand why the hell I'm losing all of that and I'm dropping all of that. But I did it. So it was a very, very courageous decision. And in the beginning, I started to build a consulting business. I went back to Poland, where my family was. So it was again a reunion with my son, with my husband, actually boyfriend at that time. And for few years, I was building consulting boutique kind of a business. But I realized that I stepped very fast into my old shoes. So I had employees, I have an office, I had clients abroad, and I was working 24/7. So different setup, but basically the same behavior. And I decided to step into the coaching, mainly to save myself, to understand, what kind of behaviors are steering me. But it became such an interesting journey that from being initially life coach, I pivoted again into business because business is really what drives me. And I started to coach women in business. And this is what I'm doing right now. I am business coach, unlimited growth mentor. And I am mentoring women in business, women who really dream about at least six-figure online business, to have that dream, but to have it without burnout, to have it
without passing out.
Exactly. So it's a journey towards an easy life. And this is again difficult to understand for many people. How can you have?
How can you make money without hustling, right?
Exactly.
I did not told you, because I always do a presentation, I did not told you I'm a healer as well. I use EFT and tapping to help my women to feel better and go through, I'm not worthy, or I don't raise my prices. And one of my favorite tappings is more fun I have, more money I make. And I really work on that to change the belief that you need to hustle. You need to work 80 hours a week. So how is the reaction from your women when you say, maybe it's another option there?
I think they are very, very surprised, as I was surprised, because I went through this journey, as probably you faced or entered into the EFT world through some kind of trauma, right? So you wanted to heal yourself.
Yeah.
And I was working 80 hours a week. And when my coach told me you have to cut it by half, I didn't know even how. I mean, how is it possible? But I found my way. And I think the beauty of that is online coaching category, or not environment, industry. The industry is very demanding. The industry is telling you all the bullshit.
You need to make 100,000 a month.
You need to have this amount of followers to be successful. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do blah, blah, blah. It's all about doing. While in reality is about being, right? And in several years ago, when my coaches were telling me, Maggie, you have to start being and stop doing, I didn't know what they are talking about. So my women are also making like big eyes, asking how is it possible? How is it possible to work, I don't know, 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day at max, right? And having fun.
And making a load of
making
money.
Much more, actually, making much more money.
I think, I don't know, but I think my first concern will be, I still work a lot of hours. I work much less than I used to work, but now I'm going to move back to Europe. I think I'm going to start working 2 shifts because now I will be on the time zone of Europe and I will be still having my clients on this side of the world. Let's see. But my thing is what I'm going to do with so much free time that was going, and for sure you always, I don't know, but I always did compare 40 hours, this amount of money, 80 hours, I will make the double. What is not true?
This is absolutely not true. And I think that this is part of the, the big lie that we are fed during our upbringing, but also in the business. We are taught that there is kind of a magic equation that we need to follow. The more effort, the more work hours you put into the business, the more successful you will be. And we have a tendency, and women especially, to believe that. We believe in magic formulas. Sorry, not magic. We believe in formulas.
In formulas, yeah.
In formulas. But there are magic formulas.
Yeah, and we have a tendency to not believe in magic formulas, exactly. I will say.
Exactly. So
no, it cannot be so easy.
It cannot be true. It cannot be that easy. It cannot be that easy. And something magical happened exactly a year ago for me when I was trying still. I'm very logical, very scientifically driven woman. I'm coming from this numbers, analysis, research. So I was looking for the formula. I wanted to know how the hell I can achieve that with ease. And I had a quite big launch last year. So all the preparation, everything was, prepared ahead of time. And the shit hit the fan. My husband had such a stupid, what's the word? Accident. He fell on a one-wheel scooter so badly that he was not walking for several months at all. Wow. So immediately within, hour, I had to decide how I'm going about this. I have a launch prepared. I have my husband immobilized. Plus I had one of my dogs was suffering from cancer and he was in his a terminal state. And I had to navigate. I mean, I decided it can be easy. Even though it all sounds, from external perspective, like excruciating, I can navigate that. And the universe is sending me this experience so that I can learn that.
Mhm.
So let's try to accommodate and apply all the knowledge, all the experience, spiritual experience as well, that I have accumulated, over time. Let's apply it. And that was really the season of, I would say, 4 to 5 weeks when I was doing all of that. And it was a kind of a dance. Not super easy, I would say, but much easier than I thought it would be.
Do you think that did happen because first you decide? I'm obsessed. I'm always talking on this podcast about this quote that I found this year, and I'm so obsessed with that. Is saying something like taking ownership. You need to take ownership of the result before you have any clue how to get the result.
Exactly.
So my question to you is: you pre-decide it's going to be easy?
Yes. Yes. I chose the ease. I mean, I also chose that this situation is not the obstacle. This is not to stop me. This is happening for me.
Mm-hmm. Very Tony Robbins, that this is happening
for me to
me.
take this lesson, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized it is possible. It is. I don't have. First of all, I don't have to do everything that I believed I have to do for this launch.
Mm-hmm.
I can show up without makeup. I can show up on camera, not in my regular setup. Mm-hmm. I can share with my ladies what I'm going through on top of all the business, tips and tricks, showing them that it is possible.
Then you are human.
That I am human, yes.
That is really important, because I feel that some years ago we had a tendency to look for or showing more, or being more focused in perfection, and now we have a tendency of being real.
Yeah,
people are fed up of the filters, are fed up of, they want to be real. So I'll give you a specific example. I know video editing. I'm a geek for cameras and lens, and in this moment I'm filming this with the camera of my computer and nice lighting. And I have my kitchen behind me, and before, I will never do this, because how I'm going to look, how it's going to be, this. And that another quote that I found that it really resonates is, perfection is fear in another outfit.
Yeah.
And we have a message, we can help them. So are we stopping us? Why are we stopping to give the message just because we are scared then people are not going to accept us for it's just an idea?
I think, for what I learned, and this is what I'm sharing with my ladies as well, when you are ready, when you have this, this urge in you, you are ready to take another step, the universe is going to dance with you. And the universe is going to tell you, all right, this is what you need on this journey. Mm-hmm. And usually it starts with a contrast. Mm-hmm. The universe will kick your butt.
You always get worse before it gets better.
Yes, usually. Mm-hmm. So they put you in the turmoil, they put you to the whirlpool, to see, are you ready? Are you really ready for this? How you are going to respond to such a situation? And do you see that lesson? Do you see the blessing? If you see the blessing, off you go. Then there are the next little steps which are put on your path, stepping stone, right? Mm-hmm. But the first step is really the contrast. But we have a tendency to see it as a bad thing, instead of say, yes, this is happening for me.
Oh yeah.
What I'm going to learn. And when I'm on the other side of this exercise, I will be stronger. I will be wiser. I will be more truthful. I will be more myself, right?
Exactly. 100%.
Because for me, this is like peeling the onion. We are this big onion with multi layers, and we have to peel so many layers to really to show up who we truly are. And as you were saying, Grita, you were worried about your looks first. Now you are not worried about that because you know that you are showing authentically whenever, however, wherever you are.
And say to other people, then everything is okay.
Yes. Everything is there.
We exist in so many forms and shapes, and basic what I know, my women, my people, is they have a gift, they just want to reach more people. And they can do it. It's important to say that you can do it. You don't need to have this or that, the equipment, the makeup, the weight, you can do it. So focus on the message and on the journey, on the transformation that you provide instead of focusing in you.
Yeah, I always tell also my women when they are super scared on camera, and that's, you know, visibility wound. Think about other women who will not untangle their challenges because you are scared today, and because you will not step into your power on your camera, and you will not share your wisdom. You are ripping your people from your knowledge, from your experience. Maybe someone who will see you that, and you can share that you are scared. You can share there is nothing wrong in, you know, being messy, being chaotic, not knowing something, forgetting the words, right? Being truthful.
That is the secret. The secret is not how I don't get nervous before a masterclass. The secret is own your nervous, know how own that.
Yes.
Say, Jesus, I cannot even breathe. I'm so nervous to share this with you guys that I cannot even swallow. So let me drink some water.
Exactly.
So can you just say hi to me so I feel that you guys are there with me? You know, just honesty. And I think it's so powerful. Then we don't try to be perfect because perfection don't exist.
But that's the kind of a disease, you know, or disadvantage of the modern
Social
media, right? And everybody is happy to share the happy stories, the successes. People are not so happy to share the failures. But we are learning from the failures.
Yes, much more.
Exactly.
Than from the success stories. How can people work with you?
I am working either one-on-one on private sessions. So this is coaching and mentoring, or there are group programs. And there are some self-study courses which are available on my website, which is maggieshub.com.
Maggieshub.com? Okay.
Yeah.
And so they can reach out to you on the website, or do you have social media that you want to share?
I do, yeah. I do have social media, obviously. So the absolutely the easiest way is to reach out through Facebook on my account, Maggie Biernacka. Maybe we can give some links to the people if they would like.
Yes, you can share the links with me.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay. A message to your younger self.
Don't get so serious. Relax. Everything will be fine.
Majority of people answer that.
Yeah.
Don't worry, everything's going to be fine.
Yes.
A dream that you achieved already in your life.
Oh, massive dreams. I have a dream family. I have my dream husband. And I would say family setup. I mean, if I die today, everyone in my family is happy about me, but we have a real relationship, truthful, authentic relationship. I'm living in my dream home. I'm running a dream business on my dream rules.
Wow.
I attract amazing clients. So everything is happening.
It sounds like a affirmation block of things.
Yes.
Amazing. And a quote.
The quote. I have something on my wall here. I have two, actually, you know. Mm-hmm. One is coming from Wayne Dyer. Mm-hmm. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at
change.
This is one of my favorites, and one that I share with my ladies as well. People are not paid for what they know, but they do. People are not paid for what they know, but for what they do with what they know.
What they know, exactly. Oh so my God,
smart, right?
That is such a cool one. And to end, please tell me, why should someone watch this or listen to this podcast between me and you?
Because we are both amazing women, you know. We have completely
hallelujah
different stories. Mm-hmm. And yet I think that we reached kind of an equilibrium and satisfaction with life, satisfaction with where we are. And the dream warrior, this is absolutely brilliant expression of a woman who never falls back, mm-hmm. never retreat. So however your circumstances, your external situation is, you could be sure that you will find your way out, and the way out will be better than what you are right now.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Maggie. It was beautiful. You are such a powerful lady with such a high energy and a certain certainty on you. And that is beautiful to see, because that is what we all want to feel in our life. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to say bye to you properly. Now I'm going to say bye to them. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. It's always a pleasure to bring another guest. It's always a pleasure to connect with another amazing person. I hope you guys enjoy. Please comment, share, and don't forget, DM me on Instagram and tell me who is the next person I should invite. My name is Rita Egidio. This is Dream Warriors Podcast, and I hope I see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.